Without having seen The Lighthouse and maybe a couple other horror movies here and there this year, gotta say this one really delivers. Probably the only one that I've seen really that has delivered the way that I was hoping. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and this is my review for the new horror film Dr. Sleep. This movie was directed by Mike Flanagan and it stars Ewan McGregor and Rebecca Ferguson. This is the sequel to Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, so it definitely bases itself more off of the movie than it does the actual Stephen King book. We see Danny Torrance, who's grown up and really has kind of not let his shine show. He has been kind of down on his luck, the type of person that just hasn't really been living maybe the type of life that he so desired. But there is this group of people who have been going around feasting on the shine of these kids that also have these same abilities that Danny Torrance has. So Danny must protect a girl that he befriends and has to go against Black Hat and her gang of shine feeders. Dr. Sleep is a movie I've been really highly anticipating ever since I saw The Shining, which actually wasn't too long ago. And I gotta say, this movie delivers. It's a very good movie. It's 2.5 hours long. It never overstays its welcome. That's one thing I want to put across, is that this movie never feels 2.5 hours long, as opposed to maybe like It Chapter 2 and other films that have come out this year that's really kind of bulked up the runtime. This movie is so entertaining. I find myself enthralled and engaged in every single thing that was happening on screen. Now, the performances are great. Ewan McGregor, one of my favorite actors working today. I absolutely love him. He will forever be Obi-Wan in my eyes. He does such a good job in this role. Rebecca Ferguson also brings it. I think she is so talented, and I'm so looking forward to seeing what else she does. And I love the fact that she's in a villain role in this film. It really suits the movie a lot, and I think the third act, they really they amp up this climax, and it really pays off, especially when you have Ewan McGregor and Rebecca Ferguson and their confrontation with one another that is very similar to that of The Shining. And I'm not going to say how, but when you watch the movie, you'll totally see and understand why I feel that way, and you probably will feel that way too. The little girl in this movie, I have no idea what her name is. She's great. I thought she was really good. I think she has a very big career ahead of her as long as she can continue to get her team to get her projects like this, where she can really dig her teeth in. You know who's also in this movie that was kind of surprising? Jacob Tremblay. I really like this kid. And seeing him in this movie, he's in it for a small part, but it's very significant to the actual story. So I really love this film. The scares work. There is great tension throughout the film. There's also really good slight humor. What does that mean? It's not a funny film, and that's not what I'm trying to say. This is a movie that really has humor in small doses. And you take those doses, it really expounds upon the entertainment of this film, because you can find humor in very little and menial things, but those things really amplify how your experience is watching the movie. So I found myself to just really love this movie. If there's one negative about this film, one negative, and it's just very slightly, I think the movie does a little too much with the Overlook Hotel, where when they get to the Overlook Hotel, it's really awesome, because I love the way it looks and how rustic and run down the actual hotel is. But I feel like they do a little too much of trying to play the homage or the nostalgia card at times. It doesn't get too bad. It could definitely be looked at as a negative, because they spend a lot more time in the Overlook Hotel than they actually need to. And the way that they kind of wake up the hotel, or kind of the way that they shoe in the Overlook Hotel, could also be kind of seen as a little bit of a cop-out to trying to get people more invested or interested in this actual story. This is a great sequel to Stanley Kubrick's original Shining. It really definitely pays homage to The Shining. It pays homage to Stanley Kubrick's vision. There is one shot in this movie that I almost literally exclamated with glee about, because they copy something from The Shining and it works so well. Again, don't want to give anything away, but they do a really good job of kind of reflecting off of The Shining and making it its own film. So it definitely stands up not only as a sequel to The Shining, but it definitely stands up as an individual film. And if you went into this film not knowing much about The Shining, I think you could still be okay. You're not going to get lost watching this film. Anyway, guys, I absolutely love this movie. Definitely go check this one out right now. It's a must-see if you're a big horror buff. Also, if you love the original Shining, go check this out because this will not disappoint. Anyway, guys, what did you think of Dr. Sleep? Let me know down below in the comment section of this video. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And as always, keep your shine.